of research tools. My name is Darcy Shin. I'm based in Hong Kong, part of the team Research Management Solutions as an advanced specialist. Um, this is a part of the webinar series Valuation and Research. If you're interested in this series after this session, I'm happy to introduce other upcoming webinars as well in the same series. Please kindly mute yourself, and if you get any questions, please leave it in the chat. I also have another Q&A session after this session. Are you able to see my screen, my share screen now? Okay. Yeah, I'll take that as yes. I'd like to start with, just 1 second. Yeah, I'd like to start this webinar session by sharing the market trends and insights that Bloomberg has been highlighting since late last year in buy-side research area. We have witnessed many of your peers in the market have been evolving their research process by increasing budget for process development and transforming their relationship with sell-side providers. Not only that, integrating quantitative research process, securing quality data sets, and adopting technologies to streamline better process and internal collaboration have become the topics that everyone is talking about. Last but not least, following the evolving regulation and investors' demands, ESG integrated research process and investment decisions has become a topic of the year to tackle. Okay. So next slide shows a typical buy-side research process our clients go through, from idea generations to internal research that ultimately contributes to investment decisions. You're going to consume and create the research at every stage of the process, and Bloomberg Terminal has research content data and analytics to help you save your time and maximize the efficiency and ROI. Out of this end-to-end process, the session will go deep dive into 4 stages of the process today. So here, first is universe management and analysis. So manage your universe effectively and prioritize your research resources. Second is market research. Prepare by reading and analyzing market or industry commentary in a smart and compliant way. Third is company research. So analyze companies in your screened universe more effectively. Lastly, analytics and valuation. Ensure your firm is on the top of market movements and the research internally is produced and consumed. So first, for universe management and analysis, Bloomberg provides tools for you to systematically narrow down the universe to make smart decisions about how to spend your precious research resources. From the screen page, you can also create custom universe monitor and dashboard to have a close monitor with most important information and data. So here, this is EQS help you to dynamically screen your investable universe. So let me pull up. So today will be more focused on the live demo of the functions that I'm introducing today. Let me know if you get any questions, or those of you who are on the terminal right now, feel free to follow the steps on your end as well. So this is the EQS. You can run EQS or equity screening on the top. So when you run EQS, you'll find this function. Click this to run the function. So on the top corner, you can find the screen criteria that you can add. And bottom section, based on the selected criteria that you have chosen, you'll be able to screen the universe out of all the security that we have on the Bloomberg Terminal. So on the top, you can expand categories. Those are the basic screening criteria. You can click any of it to select it. For example, exchange, click it, and you can screen by the Korean stocks. Then you can select this and update it. Not only that, in the add criteria section, you can actually enter more specific criteria. For example, you can actually put the EPS, earning per share, the fundamental criteria, with the certain conditions that you want. So it can be like this. So after you select the criteria, you can see how many has been screened by each criteria you entered. If you're not too sure about this EQS usage, you'll be able to find those popular screens. Those are the example screens that you can check out the criteria in each of it. And also, we have this enhancement, which is called Advanced Formula Editor. This Advanced Formula Editor, you can enable it by click Actions on the top corner, and then you can click Formula Settings and click the New Formula Editors to enable. So what it does, it helps you to create a criteria with a complex formula and more customized formula. So let me give you an example here. So you can click on the formula on the top corner. And this is where you can enter those complex formula you want to set up for criteria. So what I'm going to do for many buy-side clients, they have their own target price. They will, each of the cover analysts will give to their cover stocks. So I'm going to, so this is under the assumptions that you do have your internal in-house target price. And there's a way in Bloomberg Terminal you can enter and store and manage your in-house target price. So I'm going to use that data to calculate the upside percent from the last price of the stock. So I'm going to, so this is the field of my in-house target price that I'm going to enter. So this is the one. Yeah. So this is my custom data field that store all my target price. So I'm going to enter this and enter this. So I put the first expression and I'm going to put last price. So this is market data that I'm going to enter in. The second expression. So now I'm going to enter, now I'm going to enter just 1 second. So I'm going to put EXP1 minus EXP2, so expression 1 to 2, and divide by XP2. And then percentage. So, okay, just one moment. There's a little glitch here, but essentially you can produce complex formulas using these expressions here. So I think this is just my technical glitch here. So essentially it can enter, this is example that I was just showing, successfully enter the expressions here, that it can see that based on the formula you enter, it calculates the upside percentage against your target price. And you can save and use this criteria in EQS to filter the stocks based on the criteria you enter with the formula. So after you have done the criteria selection, you click the See Results on the right bottom corner. Then you can see the list of results of the stock list that you have screened here. And from this results page, you can export the list into your custom monitor. So you can click on the top corner. Either you can export this to the Excel, or you can click the worksheet, which help you to create a monitor for you. So you can click the new on it and type in as my monitor. And you'll be able to create a screen. And I'll give you how it looks like of the monitor here. So the worksheet monitor, you can create here. So it will pull out the list of securities that you got it from EQS. Yeah. So this is the list. And then you can enter the most important data information you want to see side by side in the monitor in real time. And you can put this monitor on the somewhere in your screen to monitor the investable universe on your end. So this looks like this. So next is BigQuant. So it's another custom built application for you to manage your research universe. This application and service is available for the buy-side clients. We help to build the applications to pull your investable universe, build screening criteria and security scoring criteria, and help you calculate, analyze, and screen the entire universe for you. So you can see here, this is where you can we can help you to set up the screening criteria sections in the application and the scoring criteria. So based on the criteria you enter, you can run. It helps you to pull the list of screened universe here. And you can also create a heat map based on the score to have more high-level view on your investable universe. Next, so after you have built your shortlisted investable universe and monitor, you can look into the market research. Bloomberg provides research platforms which aggregates over 1,400 brokers and third-party contributors of research content and estimates, side by side with the most extensive database of the transcripts, filings, and presentation. So firstly, I'm going to quickly walk through the RES page. RES page is research homepage for top-down view of the research that's important to you. So you can see RES, you can run RES on the top corner or research home. So it helps you to pull all the broker research that's available on the Bloomberg terminal, and you can set up your own view to create the sections that's important to you. So you can click on the settings on the top corner. And here on the left-hand side, you can select the sections that you're looking at the most. And also on the right-hand side, you can select the geography or the industry that you focus on. Then it helps you to screen the broker research that focused on that geography and industry that you selected here. So here you can select the categories, and then you can select this, which should be shown in the selected properties. And also you can select the list of securities here on the top. Either you can select the index or you can actually pull the monitor. So my watch list is something I created from EQS results page, right? So you can also pull that list of securities from the monitor as well. So after you set this up, RES page will help you to screen the third-party research. Okay. So after you have a look at this top-down view of the research, and you can also click the searches and alerts. You can create a research digest. Here where you can set up the alerts to give you the regular alerts on the research. So here, based on your research view, you can send this summary of the research activities. For example, how many research been published of the securities that you're looking at, and most important research by sector, and also important news and as well as the events like earning calls. And you can click the manage alerts on the top corner. And here you can enter all the sections you want to see in the summary on the top corner. And then you can click the delivery properties. You can select deliver it to the alert catchers in the Bloomberg terminal, or you can send this alert to your email, your MSG, or your personal email on the daily or weekly basis. After you looking at this top-down view of the research, if you want to go more specific in search of the research of the company, you'll be able to run DS page, document search. So RES is basically show you the third-party research. DS page will show not only the third-party research, but will show you all different sources, like the company documents, filings, transcripts, and presentation, and any earning announcements. The relevant documents will be updated in DS page. So in DS page, you can click on source on the right top corner. Those are the sources that are available. So once you click on sources you want, and you can select, you can search by securities or list of securities. So for example, Apple US, or you can search by keyword. That will send you all the documents that that's based on the criteria you have selected here. But the perks of this DS page, we just released the enhancement driven by the AI and natural language processing. Now you can get the analytics done on this pool of documents. So let me give you an example here. So you can do the topic analysis, or you can track back the history of the topics that are more viral in the market. So let me show you one example. So on the top corner, you can search the keywords by COVID. Now you can see on the left top corner, it shows the synonym. So it helps you to capture the relevant search topic that you have entered. And those synonyms something that the other users also search for. So make sure that the pool of result page here of the documents will show the most relevant ones for you. And here, this shows the trends on the right top corner. So it shows the number of the mentions of this topic in the market. So here, for example, COVID has been mentioned the most in 2020 when it just started global pandemic. And then it's been decreasing. So it means that it's becoming the last, like people getting used to it maybe, and then it's getting less impactful in the market. But when you change the industry filter on the right top corner here, so you can further filter, for example, by industry, airline as an example. Once you filter by airline, you can see that from 2020, the mentions of COVID in this industry particularly been always just consistent, meaning that COVID is one of the most impactful the factor driving the market. And then you can click on the securities on the left side. It shows you the list of securities in order, which mentions the COVID the most. So you can click each of it or hover your mouse, then you can see how many times this COVID been mentioned in their documents. So you can do those analysis of the topics on this page. And here under, you can see the specific documents that mentions the COVID keywords. Now I'm going to change the source a bit. I'm going to change the source to transcripts. We're currently available with this transcript source to do more in-depth analytics of this trends topics. So now when you change the transcripts, it shows more trends. So when you click on the more trends, it shows you the historical trends of the topics mentioned in the market. So here you can see the largest mentions here of the topics, and it shows the new mentions and trending up topics and trending down topics in the search results. And it also shows a list of topics that are most viral in the industry and the number of mentions and it shows that mentions in historical way. If you like to see on a more granular level, you can also change the period to monthly to see the trends of the mentions. So it gives you insights and analytical results that give you more ideas of the market based on those unstructured documents. And if you found the documents that you're interested in, you can actually click this to open the documents to view, and you can leave a comment and share the annotations with your colleagues as well. So it's a very prompt way to share the information with your colleagues. So here, for example, I found this part very interesting to share. So please have a look. And then I can share this annotation on the top corner with my colleague. Then your colleague will be able to find the annotation on their end in DS page as well. Okay, next page. We, as mentioned, feed 1,500 brokers and contributors content. Some of them are open source that are available to everyone. Some require entitlements. In other words, the consent from the broker side for you to subscribe those research content. So individual Bloomberg user can request these entitlements on the terminal, but meanwhile, Bloomberg also provides a tool to easily centralize and to manage your team members and firm members' access to external research providers. RESM is the function on the left corner in this slide. It's a custom admin page where your internal admin can manage your team or firm members. And they can copy broker access rights from one member to the other very easily. And this internal admin can control the broker entitlements with full control in ENTC, which is the page you can see on the right-hand side in this slide. This is called ENTC page to control the entitlements, like what external research, estimates, and models that your team member or your team or your firm have access to. This will help for those of you who especially are compliant to MiFID and have research budgeting process internally. So not only the broker analyst or broker research, you can also enjoy commentaries and market research from Bloomberg analysts on the terminal. So here we provide BI, Bloomberg Intelligence pages you can run on your end, which provides the list of dashboards that dedicated to this industry or each asset class of the market. So you can see the dashboard that focuses on economic, strategy, industry, etc. that provided the research outlook and relevant data by 350 plus analysts about the 135 plus industries. So here one example is economics dashboard where you can find the insights and relevant research provided by Bloomberg analysts. And also the data library provides the data collected and aggregated by the Bloomberg analysts. That's most important in the industry. We do have ESG dashboard as well for those of you who recently start looking at ESG. So you can run BI and you can enter ESG to run this ESG dashboard directly, or you can run BI and you see the list of dashboards here on the right left-hand side, and you can expand this to find the relevant dashboard that you want to look it into. So, for example, BI ESG page, you can find the E, S, and G research here, and also you can find the data. For example, it provides the Bloomberg ESG scores, and it also help you to collect the other vendor scores as well. So you'll be able to find this carbon scores that we recently released and transition scores. And you can also have a look at those ESG ETFs and scores, and it can show the carbon data, the forecast and basket as well. Next, now after you've done this top level research, now you're looking into individual company and would like to do fundamental and estimates analysis. FA is a function, the financial analysis page provides you with very comprehensive overview of financial information of the company, including historical data as well as the estimates. So you can analyze value of the potential investments here. And you can see here, not only income statement or balance sheet or cash flow, you can see other tabs as well. So I'd like to quickly show you the FA page here. You can run FA to get it, or financial analysis. Here we have ESG tab, which I want to highlight. We released this ESG tab recently, few months ago. It's showing you ESG pillars and raw data that we feed, as well as the executive information. So ESG ratio, carbon disclosure data, etc. So you can click through, for example, the total greenhouse emissions. You can click into this data and you can drill down into the transparency and the relevant documents. So it shows the original data. And when you click on this document icon, you can get access to the original documents that we get this data from. So you get the full transparency. But not only ESG data, you can see all those original documents from all the fundamentals data here. Just wanted to highlight in ESG, this data. We have a team of overall 100 plus ESG analysts globally who source those data from publicly available documents or CSR reports and AGM results. They do quality check and screen those ESG data and fit it into Terminal and this ESG tab. After you're looking into the fundamentals of ESG data in FA, you can export those data by click export. You can export to Excel. We do have this template that help you to get those data in the pre-made template. So you can click on this and then you can download the templates here, help you to download the data to the tables, and you can enter the tickers to get the data automatically. If you're interested in go dive into the ESG analysis, I recommend you to sign up for another upcoming webinars in SMNR. So when you run SMNR, we usually provide a lot of series of ESG webinars you can find. Here you can see that upcoming in May, we have fund level ESG analysis and screening webinars, as well as ESG investment forum as well. Going back to the fundamentals and estimates. Now I'm going to run MODL. Which is company financials. It is often called as supercharged version of FA page. So this is the page where you can get the in-depth estimates analysis of the company. So it provides with reported actual data, broker estimates, and Bloomberg consensus data for the company. So it allows you to quickly compare the metrics across all key measures, including segments, products, and specific company operating metrics to really understand and identify what areas of the company driving the business. So here you can see on the top corner, you can select the period for the reported data, the actual data. You can select the historical time. Otherwise, you can click on the this future time to get the estimates data. And you can also click the compare to see the layout of this page. So when you click on the brokers versus consensus, for example, you can see the actual data side by side, the consensus that provided by Bloomberg, usually as the means of the broker estimate. So you click into that to actually see the transparency. So where we source this estimates data from, and it shows the mean as a consensus. And you can see this individual brokers estimates data. And if you want, you can download the models that each broker analyst has used. If you don't see the transparency of the data and models, you can click on entitlements on the top corner, and then you can request entitlements to that specific brokers that you want to have. And here, let me quickly navigate around in this page a bit better. So under the single measure, single period tab, you can see that each item's estimates data. You can click onto this graph icon to see this estimates data in a graph way. So here you can see this estimates data in historical in a chart. If you like to select multiple items, multiple measures to compare, you can click on multiple periods. And then you can click on, for example, I want to compare the shipments given the supply chain prices last year. I want to compare the different products shipments data. Then you can click that under the multiple period and then click the items you want to see together. That helps you to locate the consensus data in a historical way. This looks a bit odd as in it skips to 2019 and 2020, but usually it will give you let me check on revenue instead. Yeah, it looks a bit better. So it's revenue basis, it shows you historically. If you like to pull this data, if you like to pull this data, you can also click export and export to Excel. Or you can also drag and drop this specific value, and you can also automatically copy the formula and populate data on the Excel as well. After you have done your company analysis on based on the broker's information or on research process using all the functions and pages that I introduced, now as a buy-side analyst and PM, you like to publish your own model. You like to build your own models and publish the scores and share with your PMs to contribute on the investment process. So we have the solutions called Buy-Side Research Management Solutions, RMS, which helps you to customize and streamline your internal research process. So this is one example that we can help you to set up as a research template where you can use to publish your reports to your colleagues, to your PMs, and same research community. So the parts of this template we can help you to set up. Not only in this template, not only in pulling the market data automatically of the company you're writing about, but also you can enter the in-house data, for example, your own recommendation and target price. And once you upload this report, it helps you to file that in-house data as a data points and store and help you to easily manage and centralize those data in the Bloomberg terminal. So to give you a quick demo on this, this is the example template we can help you to set up. So hope this is big enough to see. Here you can enter the primary ticker, for example. And once you enter the ticker, it pulls the market data from the Bloomberg terminal automatically. So you don't have to manually enter one by one, but it captures all the important data. And on top of that, you can enter your investment thesis, or you can enter your own recommendation. So your own in-house data here and target price. And then you can upload this to your community. Okay, I'm going to select the notes type as well, earning review, for example, and I have ESG engagements. So all these notes type, ESG notes type, all these tags and the items can be customized. And you can click upload button and it will be uploaded to the Bloomberg terminal and to your own, your firm, the portal. So after you upload this, where it goes to, I mentioned that it goes to your internal portal, right? So internal research will be displayed in this RMN, your internal portal. It's private cloud and no other firms, even the Bloomberg will not have access to. And then you can also discover this reports in other platforms like your mobile and other pages on the Bloomberg terminal as well. So for example, you can get you can find the research on this RMN page, and you can find your in-house data fitted into the different pages. So here you can see the data will be stored in custom data page, which is on the left top corner, which is another was CDE page, and you can see all the stored data. And this data will be fitted into ANR, which is analyst recommendation page. You can find the third-party broker's recommendation on the company. You can also find your in-house recommendations that pull from the reports automatically. And this data, in-house data, can be automatically populate in your monitor as well. So you can see here the recommendations by your internal analyst and target price can be shown in the investable universe in your monitor. And you can also pull this data onto your graph to overlay together with the market data you're looking at. Also, this data can be fitted into this page called TRST or tier sheet. Tier sheet is the page that helps you to customize your company tier sheet. Another word is a custom DES page where you can show the most important market data and your custom rating and score, your in-house rating and score. And you can create this descriptions of the page on your end. So after you create this template, you can also share this with your colleagues as well. So here you can run the ticker and then it will populate the market data you have selected. You have mapped it in this template and it shows your internal target price and recommendations as well. And also you can quickly update your internal in-house data recommendation rating on this TRST and it'll be automatically shared with your colleagues in the same community as well. So all the functions and pages I introduced today can be paved in the Launchpad. So you can create your Launchpad view, put it in your screen, so you can monitor your investable universe, as well as you can get those function pages directly on your screen very easily. If you're interested in having this Launchpad view, I'm happy to follow up after this session. So that's it for today. Hope this the content's been helpful on your end. If you have any questions, please leave it in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch you. So you mean the sharing part, right? Oh, you mean the sentiments? Oh, you mean new sentiment as in we have this function called NT. So it gives you the trends. So it's trends of the news. So about this, you can select a certain topic or a certain security, and it helps you to capture what are the topics that mention most in the news. So it can get the sentiments of the news topics of the certain security or about a certain topic. This is where you can get the sentiments. So here, for example, let me see. So this is about the Apple. So after I run the Apple, I run this NT chart, and I can enter, for example, ESG. And it will give you this sentiments, the story count that relevant to ESG. It will also give you this transparency that which news were mentioned of ESG. So this is a one narrative that I can tell you. So it can be by Apple, the certain company, and it can be the topic. So let me remove this Apple. So if you would like to see ESG as a topic in the pool of news, and this also shows you the sentiments of ESG in the market as well, based on the pool of news available on the Bloomberg terminal. And you can see the transparency of those news here as well. So what I'm trying to say is you can get the news sentiments of the company or of the market. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, there are two ways you can check. So yeah, you can search by Russians, for example, Russian stocks or Russian ruble. So there are some topics that you can select from here, or Bloomberg Russian news. So you can have a combined keywords that you can search as topics here. So for example, Russian topics I'm going to search, and I'm going to remove ESG. This shows you the sentiments that how many times the Russian stuff been mentioned in stories and news. And then you can get more transparency or aggregated the list of news and stories. So you can have a look. I think you can play around, have a combined keywords in, and to capture the sentiments that you're looking for. Yeah, no problem. Any other questions you have?